On November 27, the US president unveiled sweeping new immigration proposals in a fiery social media post, using stark language to signal a dramatic escalation of his hardline agenda. Trump vowed that he would permanently pause migration from all third-world countries, declaring that new arrivals from poorer nations will be halted indefinitely under his plan. The president said this move was needed to allow the United States to fully recover from what he described as the harmful economic, social, and security impacts of past immigration waves. Trump claimed that years of soft policies under previous presidents had weakened America, arguing that uncontrolled migration had undermined the country even as it made major advances in technology and innovation. He further argued that only what he called reverse migration, sending large numbers of people out of the country, could fix what he sees as illegal and disruptive population growth. Trump's comments came in the immediate aftermath of an attack on 2 National Guard personnel near the White House, linking his new proposals directly to fears over violence and security. Trump said, quote, "A very happy Thanksgiving salutation to all of our great American citizens and patriots who have been so nice in allowing our country to be divided, disrupted, carved up, murdered, beaten, mugged, and laughed at, along with certain other foolish countries throughout the world, for being politically correct, and just plain stupid, when it comes to immigration." The official United States foreign population stands at 53 million people, census, most of which are on welfare, from failed nations, or from prisons, mental institutions, gangs, or drug cartels. They and their children are supported through massive payments from patriotic American citizens who, because of their beautiful hearts, do not want to openly complain or cause trouble in any way, shape, or form. They put up with what has happened to our country, but it's eating them alive to do so. A migrant earning $30,000 with a green card will get roughly $50,000 in yearly benefits for their family. The real migrant population is much higher. This refugee burden is the leading cause of social dysfunction in America, something that did not exist after World War II, failed schools, high crime, urban decay, overcrowded hospitals, housing shortages, and large deficits, etc. As an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey as our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses hoping against hope that they will be left alone. The seriously retarded governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both, while the worst congressman woman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab, and who probably came into the USA illegally in that you're not allowed to marry your brother, does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she is treated, when her place of origin is a decadent, backward, and crime-ridden nation, which is essentially not even a country for lack of government, military, police, schools, etc. Even as we have progressed technologically, immigration policy has eroded those gains and living conditions for many. I will permanently pause migration from all third-world countries to allow the US system to fully recover, terminate all of the millions of Biden illegal admissions, including those signed by sleepy Joe Biden's auto pen, and remove anyone who is not a net asset to the United States, or is incapable of loving our country, end all federal benefits and subsidies to non-citizens of our country, denaturalize migrants who undermine domestic tranquility, and deport any foreign national who is a public charge, security risk, or non-compatible with Western civilization. These goals will be pursued with the aim of achieving a major reduction in illegal and disruptive populations, including those admitted through an unauthorized and illegal auto pen approval process. Only reverse migration can fully cure this situation. Other than that, happy Thanksgiving to all, except those that hate, steal, murder, and destroy everything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. Unquote. Earlier, the White House had confirmed the death of U.S. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom in Washington, D.C., describing her killing as a tragic loss for the military community and the nation. The National Guard soldier from West Virginia was shot at close range in central D.C., leaving no chance for medics to save her despite a rapid emergency response. Officials said the shooting took place just blocks from the White House, and it happened a day before Thanksgiving, adding to public shock and political outrage. Authorities have named 29-year-old Afghan national Rahmanullah Lakanwal as the accused gunman, identifying him as the primary suspect in the deadly attack. Investigators say Lakanwal arrived in the United States in 2021 and is believed to have acted alone, with no clear evidence so far of a wider network helping him. A second National Guard member who was wounded in the attack remains hospitalized in critical care. fighting for life as doctors monitor their condition hour by hour. In his post, Trump highlighted the suspect's Afghan origin and blamed what he called an auto-pen approval process under President Biden, accusing the previous administration of waving through dangerous migrants without proper vetting.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.